this series was about, delving enough into their personal lives while also dealing with the struggles of their professional lives.
So I spent a day with her in Kamathipura.
You don't talk about these things. You don't talk about these things in the lives that we lead. Forget about in front of on camera. And I think that for me was a great draw.
I'm actually feeling really grateful and thankful.
My career and life constantly reassuring me that no, your instinct is right. When you take time away and you say no to things, that is important because it gives you the opportunities for things like this to come.
Ladies, welcome on Bollywood Hungama and happy Women's Day to all of you.
Hi.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Faridunji Adab.
Pooja ji, happy birthday to you belated. And
Thank you.
Amit ji,
Thank you.
I'm so happy that you're doing something for which we can talk to you. On your birthday, I realize I don't have any pictures with you because we've not been talking for quite some time. Even though I love what you do, both on screen and off screen. So thank you very much to all of you. I've seen the series, a really amazing series. I absolutely loved it, and congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
And
Good to hear that.
Alankrita, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Tell me something about the writing. I think you have some wonderful lines, and interestingly, Adhya is having some of the most interesting lines that she is speaking, and I think that's making a comment on all the women in the series as well.
Yeah. I don't know what to say about the writing, but yeah, it's been a story that's been with me for a long time. The idea to have like a show which kind of chronicles the lives of these different women in this sort of working space. And we had a lovely writer's room. We had two other writers writing the screenplay along with me, Bornila Chatterjee and Iti Agarwal. We also had and it was a long process, I think, mainly from the time that I had the idea to actually getting down to making the show. And we tried to, I think for me it was important to keep it real and honest. And I think that's what I was striving for right from the first time that I'd actually thought of these characters, which was many, many years ago. The idea of having Shai comment on the lives of women initially was there really, just that she's drawing. While I was editing the show, I decided to actually add this layer of having her voiceover. It wasn't originally there because I felt like it'll add to, the mood of having a young woman who's actually, she's so unpretentious really. And actually Shai's character is a person who's kind of, she can see things without filters, and she kind of, there's an honesty about her in how she sees things and how she perceives things. And I wanted to somehow sort of bring that out in a way to connect the lives of the other women, which is why then I decided to add her thoughts through the series. I'm also very intrigued with this idea that, I feel like that 12 going on 13 is a very interesting age when you're hitting puberty, and it's all very confusing. You want to be more like a woman, and yet it's all like very, very chaotic. So I think like for me, the show is about, those 2 points where one woman, Rani's character, is hitting menopause and this one is trying to enter puberty. So it's really like taking those 2 points as, like the two ends of a spectrum and sort of dealing with various things that sort of come up. And I think the challenge in writing this series was about, delving enough into their personal lives while also dealing with the struggles of their professional lives and seeing how, one impacts the other. But yeah, I don't have much more to say about the writing.
No, I think that there's so many lines which are very, very impressive, and they're coming from Shai. I think our hearts are the biggest battlegrounds, and love is our greatest enemy. Mm-hmm. And that's running in the lives of all the women. Whenever they love, the betrayal is there. Maybe they themselves are part of the betrayal process as well. which makes it even more interesting. All right, so let's मुझे बड़ा वो अफसोस होता है because अभी आपको कोई अगर सीरीज पसंद आती है तो रोजाना पसंद नहीं आती है, and then you want to talk for a really long time, but you have a paucity of time. So let's try and get the best of whatever we can. So Pooja Bhatt, one of the sentiments that I gathered from your performance was that so we've seen your films for a really long time. What I felt was that in this series, there is a certain economy of expressions and even precision in emotions the way you are bringing on screen, which makes it very different from what you've done earlier. Do you also have something of the similar sort in your mind as well? Economy of expressions.
Well, I think that I must give Alankrita credit for that, because I think that the tone and tenor was set by her, where she told me just once in her very silent manner that you don't need to overproject any of this. And I realized then that true power does not scream. When you have something to say and when you're in a position to actually control things, you don't scream it aloud. And I think that's really the tone and tenor that I stuck to through the movie, though at the same time, she falls apart and she kind of picks herself up again. But also because of the world that she's inhabiting, and I think that because she believes that any degree of, exposure of her vulnerability would be considered to be a weakness in the world that she's inhabiting, and dares to even kind of rule in that sense. So she holds her feelings very close to her, at least in the workplace, and tries to project something that she's not very often. I mean, for example, interestingly, Alankrita spoke about, the age that Shai is in, which is the 12 going on 13, which is dealing with puberty. And then there's Rani, who's 49 and dealing with menopause, and she's in complete denial about it. But I think that Amrita's better half, the very few men who you can actually call better half, but I think my limited exposure to Sandesh tells me that he really is a darling man. He put it very well. He said, you dealt with that menopause really well, and I think you made it menopaused. So I thought the menopaused was a great way to put it in that sense, But I think that the fact that one can even deal with an issue like that in a body of work is in itself such a breakthrough. Because you don't talk about these things. You don't talk about these things in the lives that we lead. Forget about in front of on camera. And I think that for me was a great draw. That here's the character. I mean, her introduction is cover that under eye, please. Because she's trying very hard. Even the makeup is worn as a kind of a mask. I mean, hair is in place, the sari is in place, the jewelry is all kind of there. It's armor. And it's only when she lets go of that and she kind of breaks down is when she's able to actually form that connect with this 12-year-old, because kids that age don't listen to what your words are. They watch what you do. And I think if there's a breakthrough, all of us, I think we might have been given a lot of advice in our life, but when you see that the words and the actions are not matching, or whether it's society or your friends or your parents or anybody, you're like, yaar, yahan pe to thoda kuch gadbad hai. And I think Shai eventually sees that, hey, here's somebody who's strong enough to be weak. And what provokes that is the fact that she's terrified that Shai has gone through the same thing. She's not so rattled when she sees Aisha's character go through it, because she believes that, if I've endured it, so can you, because in the end of the day, these are the compromises we make to be able to get ahead in life. And that again is it's a tragic mindset, but it takes something as horrifying as Shai going to a party and almost ODing, and the fear that, oh my God, was she kind of, raped perhaps, or was she abused, to kind of shake Rani up of her reverie and say that, what, this is what happened to me. And I don't want it to happen to you. And that's what forms that bridge. So I think eventually, like the Prophet said, that words spoken from the mouth reach your ears, but words spoken from the heart reach another person's heart. And I think that everything in this show, when I saw the show, I messaged Alankrita and I said, I'm very rarely at a loss for words, but I'm truly speechless. And yes, it looks great and all of that. I'm not going to get into that. But it's so true. The show is true. Everybody, the women, the men especially, are so true. And there's somebody who you can at some point relate to. And it's not only that you only get Fatima or you only get Lily or you only get Shai or you only get Rani. There's a little of you in everybody, and I think that's what's so magical about it. So I think Alankrita's nature, where I think her most groundbreaking comments, perhaps her take on society, the way she is even on social media, she says things very firmly and very clearly. Her stand is not taken in a manner that perhaps I would on a personal basis, but that's the tone and tenor I really kind of, stole from her for Rani. Less is more.
No, I think there's a lot more that you can thank Alankrita for. The way you have been styled is outstanding. The way you are looking is something which is wonderful, and even your entire romantic dalliance, the way it has been portrayed, it is done with so much of confidence, which makes for I think a lot of mention as well. But I think we need a lot of time. Amrita Subhash, मैंने हमेशा आपसे जब भी बात करी, I think I'm a huge admirer of your work. You're outstanding.
Thank you.
Artist. जो effortlessness आप लेके आती हैं अपने performances से, and जो वो investment आपका होता है emotionally आपके हर किरदार में, वो I think it's so amazing. It makes for fantastic viewing, and you've done an amazing job here as well. जब आप constantly आप एक बात कर रही हैं, symbolism काफी है आपके किरदार में भी. आप इज्जत की बात करती हैं constantly, that इज्जत चाहिए. You're not merely speaking for yourself, you're speaking for the entire women all around us.
Yes.
And जो आपका एक जिद है कि वो इसमें metals में, heavy metals में वो कुछ करना चाहती है, business करना चाहती है. Basically, you're trying to bring that metaphor into the picture that women are not weak; they can deal with something which is heavy and which is not considered to be their domain.
Well said.
So, tell me something about your process of giving so much of life and depth to this character. And she can be vulnerable. She can give into her. She's not mad. She is sane. When she is given a deal, she takes it up.
Yeah, well said, well put. Yes, so when I auditioned for this role, I realized, I just read one scene, and in that single scene I realized what a complex character, इतना अच्छा लिखा गया है. उस एक सीन में उसका डांसर होना, और एट द सेम टाइम वो आयशा का ऐसा कुछ हिस्सा आयशा के अंदर का, which Ayesha herself is not ready to face. Lily makes her face, Lily gives her courage to face that. So Lily की depth जो आपने कही, वो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा कि yes, she has depth as well as she's waterfall. She's like a waterfall, ऐसे मुझे लगता है. तो अलंकृता का writing first of all, and then she made me meet Reshma Appa. So Reshma Appa को मिलने में गई थी. She herself is a bar dancer, and now so I spent a day with her in Kamathipura, and उनकी जो जिंदगी मैंने देखी, that gave me Lily's soul, I think. And there is a scene in the series where, as Ayesha comes to my house, I had gone to Reshma Appa's house, and the way Reshma Appa welcomed me, मुझे अभी तक याद है कि रेशमा अप्पा जब डांस किया उन्होंने, तो she was completely different. But when she was talking to her grandson, she was completely different. So ये अलग अलग रंग है जो I tried to incorporate in Lily's character, कि सिर्फ डांस करते वक्त वो अलग है, लेकिन जब वो माँ है, आई थिंक शी इज द बेस्ट मदर, जो शी इज कंसर्न कि तुमने ठीक से खाया है क्या, तुमने ठीक से, और मेरे बेटे को अच्छे स्कूल में मुझे डालना है. सो लाइक दीज डिफरेंट कलर्स अलंकृता वेरी ब्यूटिफुली she has written in the character, and then Reshma Appa gave me that soul of Lily, and I think I'm grateful to Reshma Appa and Alankrita and the show.
But what about your personal investment? There is that emotional investment that you do in all your characters, which is so fascinating. Which is so fascinating. वो गोंधोले भी आप जो बोलती हैं मराठी में, obviously I'm not Marathi, I cannot speak. You're killing it. Yeah, you're killing it. That inflections which are there.
Yeah. So जी वो तो है, मतलब as all of us, I think when we do something, as Shahana was also saying, and I saw Pooja, I saw all of us, the way we do invest emotionally, we go inside, and that is the fun of it, I think. तो of course Lily का भी कुछ ऐसे क्षण I remember, my favorite moment is when, and that actually it was not in script, but Alankrita actually gave that moment to me on set कि जब लिली last बार हैदर से मिलके आती है and then she is in taxi और वो she's plucking that flower, you know, rose का petals वो ऐसे डाल रही है and मतलब I was in awe with Alankrita's way of telling things कि वो इतना violent act इतना silently करती है, मुझे वो करते वक्त इतना अंदर से violence feel हो रहा था, but so beautifully she told me to do that. So that involvement I think Alankrita gave me on set in many scenes, but then this moment really stuck me. And see, you can't plan these moments. I have named such moments as Brahmakshan. You know, I have written it in my book that, you know, such moments you cannot plan, no? You have these moments, otherwise you don't, these divine moments where, you know, for some moments you just surpass yourself and you go into some other soul and you experience something which you are like, what was that? What was that? This is not me. Oh, it's Lily. Okay. It's some other soul. So those moments, I was fortunate that Alankrita gave me many such moments. Even if Lily is a loud character, Alankrita made me discover her silence, her vulnerability, and that was something unique about Lily. And I'm grateful for those Brahmakshan in Lily which Alankrita made me discover.
That's very, very interestingly put. All right, Shana Goswami, a lot of people have several complaints, and I think you need to address that.
Good comment.
Okay.
So, you are there in Suitable Boy. You are outstanding as always. Whatever you've done, you are brilliant in that. You're absolutely amazing in Bombay Begums. A lot of people have this complaint. Why don't we see you more often? Why are you hiding your enormous talent like this? You can dance as well. We've seen in this one that you can dance in a very, very cool manner as well. There are multiple things that you can do. Please address.
Well, I mean, I don't think that's something that's entirely in one's hand, because as Amrita was saying the other day, that as actors, we are dependent on other people for casting us, for giving us opportunities, and it's not a situation where I can say मुझे ये करना है, मैं अपना खुद से करके छाप दूंगी. ऐसा तो नहीं होता है, unfortunately. But unfortunately, because for me, as an actor, the fun of it is also the collaboration. So I agree that I haven't been seen on screen, especially in India, for a long time. But I'm also really, really thankful and grateful for the kind of people that I've had the opportunity to work with and be the teams and the kind of projects I've been a part of. And I feel hugely privileged and grateful. I mean, I remember when this part came, Shruti Mahajan had got in touch with me, and the funny thing is, I have known Alankrita now for a very long time, but we've known each other socially, and we've met, with friends, and we've hung out, and we've seen, like, our careers have kind of grown parallelly, and we've never had an overlap. And funnily enough, we actually reconnected after a long time in a film festival a few years ago, where her film was showing and a film that I acted in, Lipstick, was showing, and a film I acted in was showing, and we connected again. Then cut to suddenly I get a call from Shruti Mahajan for this show. She tells me the brief and the character, and I remember this thought where I said, how can I be offered this part? I mean, it's not going to happen. There are many more successful actors who are more viable, and I don't say this from a kind of bitter place. I understand that that's how the business works. I've been out of the circulation for a while, and people want eyeballs, they want names, they want this and that, and I understand that. So I said, however appropriate I may be for the part, the appropriateness will be decided by the fact कि कोई शायद अभी ज़्यादा viable है, ज़्यादा popular है, channel को कोई चाहिए होगा, ये सब होगा. But चलो कोई बात नहीं, इतनी खूबसूरत एक इतना खूबसूरत role है, उसके लिए मुझे audition करने को मिल रहा है. That itself is a great thing. Let's go ahead and do it. And I remember I did it in this kind of hurried way. And then so quickly I got the response saying, अच्छा हो गया ये. And I was in shock. I swear, I kept thinking, okay, maybe they've just said yes now. I'll get a call soon saying that, no, there was some problem. I'm sorry, it's not happening. So for me, it's just really been, I keep saying I'm so grateful to the universe, to my instinct, to everything that has led to my career playing out in a certain way, and my career and life constantly reassuring me that no, your instinct is right when you take time away and you say no to things that is important because it gives you the opportunities for things like this to come. So I am very happy also that people are complaining because that means that there is some desire left. Imagine if I was plastered all across and people are like, "Hat yaar, bahut dekh liya tujhe." So I'm happy that there's still some kind of curiosity and desire in people to watch.
No, there's a lot of there will be, I think, a lot of curiosity, especially after this, and especially I love those financial discussions that are taking place between you and Pooja. I think
The big
Oh
bad
God,
dates.
those are so tough. Those
You remember
are
that
so
day,
tough.
Alankita? I think we just
Yes,
I think we just cracked up and we couldn't stop laughing, and Alankita was being very patient with us. I thought you were after the big bad deaths.
Yeah.
The big bad deaths.
Big
Yeah.
bad bets and what all we've said. But those are I have to say these are all the beauty of multiple takes, the patient people around you, editing, which makes it look very effortless. Those are the most difficult things to do,
I'm sure.
quoting, technical jargon.
No, but they're very interesting. They're very interestingly put, especially I think the use of English. You guys have not shied away, which also makes it. All right, so we have Adya with us as well.
Yes, hi.
I mean, I don't blame you for not recognizing her because, as you can see, she's bloomed.
Congratulations. So, how does it feel? I'm sure that you will be written about a lot after the series. You are I think, the catalyst in a way. You're the narrator in a way as well. You have some of the best lines in the series.
Yeah, so I'm actually feeling really grateful and thankful because Shy is honestly not an easy character to pull off, and I'm really happy that Alankrita trusted me with this role. And at a point I couldn't see myself in it, but she gave me that assurance that I can do it, and I tried my best. And even the narrating part, it was hard for me, but I had to put myself in the emotions of the other characters. I had to see what they were going through, and even though the lines are not straightforward, they have some interconnection between the scene and what Shy is narrating. So I felt that was really cool about because Shy is a wise person for her age, and she is not that type of person who's very outgoing, outspoken. She keeps to herself, but she observes many different things. She is this person who observes but doesn't say it out loud. She jots everything down in this particular notebook that she has, and that is basically where all the creative ideas and all the opinions form. But what she also has to say is something different, because it's not what everyone sees. It's what she feels honestly about the characters in the series and how relatable she has, because she has this particular thing that everyone has. There's some pull between all the characters. So you can see that each part of you is reflected in the journey of everyone.
Of everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's quoting Virginia Woolf, and Virginia Woolf is someone who's,
Yeah.
I think many women, they idolize a lot of what she has written.